crisis, major crisis. Normally tomorrow it's the Retroday in Belgium, which means that thrift stores bring out their best shit. Now, to be honest, recent years haven't been that great because prices just keep going up and up and up and up. But the Belgian government decided that stores can't be open on Saturday and Sunday anymore, unless they sell like pharmacy or food or whatever. So to fight the COVID-19 virus, all stores can be open during the week, but not in the weekend. So that means that the Retro Day tomorrow is off. So normally what I do Friday afternoon is I go and check out the store, see what's good. So I just thought, well, I'm gonna do that myself. I called most of the stores and they just said that they will start selling the stuff on Monday, or they are gonna sell it online on their web store. So I went to the first thrift store really close by to my work, and lo and behold, they were just already selling stuff. Mind you, it wasn't that great. For example, I found this troll, which He-Man lookalike figure with a He-Man harness, so that's cool. And I paid €5 for him. There was a Skeletor for 8, and that was kind of it of cool 80s toys. There was like an airplane for the DuckTales, but I'm not into. I mean, I love the DuckTales, but I'm not gonna collect DuckTales toys. So yeah, it was kind of really strange, you know. Man. So the one chain, Opnieuw & Co, where I regularly go and find good shit, they have normally they have like €2 games. They just price all the games at €2, except for the Game & Watches. They are priced at 15. They said we will just sell it on Monday. So after I visited this store where I found this doll for $5, buccarinos, I asked them, is it in every store? And I just called them up, and they said, no, we only start selling it on Monday. No, only that sort of stuff, no furniture, whatever. So, man, I'm really like, which store do I have to visit right now? Because I'm really like torn. Do I visit the two ones I always visit where I know they have good stuff, and I just want to see on the Friday afternoon where the stuff is, and then I can go by Saturday and just swoop it away. That Saturday has now moved to Monday, so on Monday I will be going to the thrift stores. So I have to take a day off of work. Oh man, this COVID-19 shit is crazy. This morning I went to the supermarket, and yeah, this is like a traffic jam. Fuck, I took the wrong road. I went to the supermarket and I just wanted to buy baby milk for my son because we were out, and I thought, with this COVID-19 stuff, it might not be too bad to take some extra stock in the house. So I just did that. And man, it was 8 o'clock in the morning. That's the time the supermarket opens, and it was like crazy rampage already. Everything like rice and pastas were almost all gone. So I decided to join in and just start hoarding food as well. So I bought 3 bags of food, dry food, so that doesn't perish as quickly. Things I like, of course, but also some pastas and some milk for my boys, some Pampers for his diaper, his diapers, Randy's Pampers. So this COVID-19 thing is getting crazy, but apparently it's not unwarranted, because people are, the supplies will last. But what if, for example, what if the company that makes the rice, all the people there get sick, or they all get paranoia and the factory is shut down, like the packaging factory for rice? Then you don't have rice anymore in the supermarkets because they don't have shipments anymore. Naturally, this won't be overnight because they have stocks. They have enough stocks probably for several weeks, but still, it's kind of strange. Behind me there was this old lady, and she was 5 years old when the World War II started, and she was like, man, it wasn't as crazy as that back then, but of course Julian just texted me, did you score already? And I said, I haven't replied yet, of course, but yes, I scored this ugly troll doll, yay! So yeah, for me it's all kind of weird, you know? I don't know what to do. Probably the same thing to do would just be to head back home and wash my hands and just enjoy life with my son and kid, but I'm obsessed with finding retro games and toys. And this is my Christmas, you know, the retro day. It's the one day of the year, this is my new year. It's one day of the year that I can find it in abundance and for decent prices at the thrift stores. Sometimes, like, I can find a Skeletor at the flea market easily for like €1 or €2. At least, sorry guys, at least 1 or twice a year. But now everybody's like going insane over these classic toys and asking €8 for them. But on the other hand, it's so nice when you go into a store and there's just a Skeletor lying there and you can just pick it up and pay for it at the register without like having to dig through dirty boxes at the bins of it or at the flea market. So yeah, I seriously hope that I can on Monday I can score some good stuff. Naturally, my boss is not too happy for me to take a day off on Monday, because naturally my company as well, everybody is facing is getting scared of the COVID-19 virus and wants to work at home. So we have like to a lot of people at my job still work at desktop PCs, not laptops. So now we are preparing like new laptops and really old laptops, like staging them and giving people laptops, and then they have to log in, they have to test the VPN at home if it works and blah blah blah. So we actually just have a lot of like work right now because of this COVID-19. But I also want to go thrifting because it's the retro day. Ah man, such crazy times. Well, this is it for now. I'm on my way to the thrift store in Mortsel. It's already 4 o'clock. I think they close at 5, so I still have to do 2, get to the post office, and then I think I'm gonna do one more thrift store after that. Oh, yeah. You people think I must be crazy for talking and driving like that? Well, catch you all on the flip side. Bye. So I just went to the second store in Mortsel. Nothing on display yet. No really cool toys. Only that typical old school ET figure, which I already have, of course. They had some Pong clones and a boxed SNES and a boxed Nintendo. The guy, I always ask that guy, the same guy there, and he's always nice to me. And he took me in the back. He took me in the back room and he showed me, because they don't put out the Nintendos until the last minute or so. So the problem is I don't know where they're gonna put it. So on Monday I will really have to peel my eyes. But there was a boxed NES, and I really want it. I already have a boxed SNES, and the boxed SNES was also kind of sun faded, and they were asking 50 euros on it, which is this day and age probably still okay. He said he also had a Sega in the box, but no how do you say it? No games. Whoa, shit. So, as you saw in that little clip, that was the last thrift store I did today, and I did good. For €4, I got a Lino. Not in the best shape, but I don't have an original Lino, so that's cool. Then this guy is also Thundercats. I don't know his name, but he's so awesome. He's got a bit of paint wear there. And then last but not least, for €4, from the Motu movie, Masters of the Universe, Blade. Oh yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, that's it for my pre-retro day, Corona-infested day out. From the 4 thrift stores I visited, there were actually only 2 who had something that interested me on sale. And there was one that had some interesting things in the back, like the box nest, which I'll have to go on Monday first thing, so that I can get that box nest. And yeah, otherwise, I mean, the promise is there, man, but they just don't have the stuff anymore. It doesn't get to the stores anymore. I think I'm better off going to that bins. Because I get better stuff there than on a day that's officially for retro games and toys. So yeah, see you guys on Monday. Okay guys, the Monday after the COVID-19 lockdown. So today is the retro day, which in essence means they moved it from Saturday till Monday, because Monday shops are still allowed to be open. Naturally, I was there like around 9, a bit earlier, I think 8:40 or something, and there were all 10 people waiting in line. I waited in line as well, of course. I was the 11th guy, which is important later in the story. So around like 10, before 10, they announced that they're only gonna leave 10 people in at the same time, because it's just too risky with the corona virus. What happens, everybody gets closer together instead of further apart. So that's typical human behavior, of course. Everybody wants to get in. So as I told you before, I was the 11th person, but I got in the second wave. But some people just squirted on by me, past the employees. Like the employees, they are also just doing their jobs. It's like, God, so they're really rude people. But I still scored amazing. I got a box NES, Super Mario Bros. 3 edition for 25, a boxed Super Nintendo for 50, which is kind of inexpensive, but there are like 4 extra games in there. So, and it's also very yellowed. But I'll just put in a nice SNES and just sell off the yellowed one for like €20 with Mario World and some other duplicate games. I got actually a very interesting pile of games. Can't show you because it's in the back of the trunk. I got Story of Thor on the Mega Drive, which I already have, but I don't have the manual and the cards. There were cards included, so this is like a very complete, nice copy. €3. Ching. That's the awesome thing about this thrift store, is that they always price the games just at €3 a piece, or €2, depends on the game. Let me think. I got Mega Man X2, a Japanese one. I got Donkey Kong 2, Donkey Kong, the first Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 loose. I got a lot of nice loose games, a lot of which I already have, so a lot of it's gonna be trade bait. Yeah, it's like I have an insane collection, so the chances of me finding a game in the wild that for the SNES or the Mega Drive that I don't have are pretty slim. There was also a loose Mega Drive, which I also left behind, and I left behind all the Sonics and all the FIFAs and even a loose copy of Sensible Soccer. I mean, I'm not ever gonna try to sell it or whatever, so I'm not a reseller. I do tend to trade off and sell off games just because I want to spice up my own collection, and that's a nice way of doing it. And for the box games, it's always the thing, like, is my copy in, I mean, I don't know the condition of all my games, especially not boxed Mega Drive games. I never know if I have the manual. I can look it up in my Excel sheet, but like I'm not doing that when I'm waiting in line to pay for items at the Retroday. So, for example, I got a copy of Wiz and Liz. I know I have that game, but I don't know if I have the manual for it or a nice card. Sorry, I mean a nice box. It's possible that the box is like a bit trashed. I have that with a lot of games. I'm not too picky when I buy my games, so I tend to upgrade a lot. The SNES, I will definitely keep the box, but I will get rid of the yellow SNES. I have like 4 or 5 SNESes, so that's not a problem. I bought a Star Wars board game, and I bought a Star Wars board game, and I bought I got a park here, and a My Little Pony board game for my wife and kid. See you guys later. Second thrift store. I'm at the second thrift store. One pickup. Burger time for €1. Yeah. It wasn't priced, and I actually asked the guy at the register how much is it, and he said $1. So I was like, yay! It's complete. I actually already have a Burger Time, but not. I don't think it's an official one. They look exactly the same, but this one is licensed by Data East, and there's this nice like manual included. So I'm super stoked. I actually really love Burger Time. So I saw this thing here on Friday. I assumed it would have been gone, but it was still there. There was this other dude here looking for video games, and well, he just didn't find it. I guess he had another LCD game, but not this one. Also, the box was like this in the between the board games, so yeah, I can't get this back into the box, so I'm just gonna leave it. Well, on to the next thrift store. Bye. So guys, hitting up two more thrift stores. Not a lot of great shit at Duffel. I found, I accidentally bought this, I asked the lady, do you have any more of these? And she said, oh, we had big box. And then, yeah, they were all gone, of course, 50 cents. When I was at the register, I didn't want to give them back, like, just paid the 50 cents. This is interesting. Games for the VIC-20. I don't own a VIC-20. Well, maybe I do right now, but I didn't own when I bought these tapes like an hour ago. These are still sealed. Frantic, Arcadia, and Catcha Snatcha. There was one more, but the tape was missing, so I didn't pick that one up. So I went to the thrift store indeed, and lo and behold, what do they have there for €15? A boxed VIC-20, yay! So I had to pick that up, of course, now that I'm a proud owner of 3 VIC-20 games. Duh! I also picked up this cute bunny for €4. It's actually made in Belgium, that's pretty cool. And a tape from the Scorpions. But it's the Japanese or Chinese version, which is really weird. Still loving you. So yeah, I don't know how this falls. It's an official polygram release, but it's a Chinese version, so thought it was cool to pick that up. And it's from 1998. This release from 1997, so that makes more sense. I don't know how to fold this, man. The English lyrics are also included. Pretty nice. Yeah, Scorpion. That was 25 cents, so not too bad. Gonna hit one more thrift store and then I'm gonna eat at home. So I went to Lier, which is I think the last of the Opnieuw & Co thrift stores. Does anybody know what is, how come it's always like not clear on the right side here? Blah, I hate it. So I asked, do you have any games? They had a lot of toys, but nothing of my interest. And she said, yeah, we had a lot of toys this morning, but one guy took them all. Same as I did in Mortsel, fair enough. But I did find some games. A game I don't have, Fatal Run on the Atari 2600, €2. And then I think I have this one, I'm not sure, Soccer on the Atari 2600, also €2. They still had their they still had the controllers, but they were asking 5 a piece, which is too steep for little old me. I also found this amazing tape player. I wanted one of these for a very long time. It's like for the mini tapes. It's a Toshiba, so an excellent brand. There was still a battery in there, but it actually corroded on the wrong side of the battery. So hooray for Philips for making good batteries. So this part is totally not destroyed. It will all depend if like the belt inside is still good or not. I just think these things are amazing. Yeah, I had a lot of empty tapes for this, so I will record some music and yeah, we can jam out to it. It comes in the bag, but the bag is all destroyed, of course. And then hold on tight for this last one. I bought a 286 ST. ST, why do I say ST? Look at that cool logo. It has a corroded battery exploded inside, and the case is still locked because, of course, the key is missing. But I paid €5 for it, so I'm gonna have fun restoring it. Although I think my wife is gonna kill me when I come home with that thing. I need to hide it in the cellar or something. It's insanely big. It's obviously a standard IBM clone because it has exactly the same kind of layout, and even the switches, the power supply, I think is from the same producers as the official IBM. They also had the monitor there, but somebody cut off the cord, so yeah, not gonna buy that. So, catch you guys on the flip side. Figures are glued in, such a shame. But I'm buying this. Interesting thing here. Empty Lego boxes for €2. If it were train boxes, definitely buy for me. So hi guys, this week has kind of been a strange week with the coronavirus and everything. As I explained to you in the car, the Retroday was cancelled on Saturday because all stores need to be closed on Saturday. And Monday morning we were allowed to do our pickups. So the first store I visited had a lot of games, and I scooped up everything. I visited 5 stores in the before noon, and they all had great gaming stuff, but somebody came in at 10 just like I did in Motel and scooped up everything. So let's not wail on that. As you saw, I had some other super great pickups, but the chain, the real thrift store chain in the city of Antwerp, really hadn't had much of anything. So I picked up this really cool, this is the last store I visited, bought it out. Dungeons and Dragons board game. It was €4. It wasn't even part of the retro collection. It's from 2003. And in the city center store, I picked up this bag of goodies for $1.50. Most of the goodies I'm gonna redonate, I guess. I just picked it up for this Monsters in My Pocket. I believe this is one of those wrestler Monsters in My Pocket. And a Battle Beast! Whoop-de-fucking-doo, that's awesome. Bart also once gave me some weapons for the Battle Beast, so yay. It's my first Battle Beast. I can put it on the shelf now. Otherwise, this is kinda cool, like the tiger from, what is it? Frosties in a rugby suit. Yeah. So, those were the... oh, and I forgot. From the same store I picked up those other figures on Friday. I also picked up this one. It wasn't priced, but it was €1, so that's not bad. It's always nice when they're not priced, because when they're priced they're always like 6, 7, and when you ask the lady at the register, they're all like, oh yeah, that's €1. Board games wise, in the first store this morning I visited, I picked up the My Little Pony board game. I actually kind of picked it up for my wife, but she was like, I don't care. She cared more about this one, the Star Wars board game. Seems like a real shit board game, but Yeah, it's Star Wars. It's vintage Star Wars. I needed to get it. This one was 8. My Little Pony one was 6. Then these are the two very good pickups. It's what the guy showed me on Friday. The boxed Nintendo. The game is not in there, but all the paperwork and the controllers and everything else is. And the Nintendo is extremely white. It's a German version, but it was sold in a Belgian store, as seen by this price etiquette. The price label. It's pretty nice, man. 25 euros is an excellent deal. I don't have a boxed NES yet, so this is definitely gonna stay in my collection. I already showed you this one in the car, the boxed VIC-20 for 15 euros, which was also pretty nice. That one is also staying in my collection. I never had a VIC-20 in my life, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this one. It was 50 euros. I already removed the price tag because it also said not tested, so maybe it's not working. It's super yellowed, but as you can see, the box is a bit sun faded, but otherwise it's in nice condition. Up there I have the Street Fighter 2 version, so I might let go of that one. The reason I still picked it up is because it actually came with some decent games. I left the Super Mario World in the box, but it also came with Super Mario Kart, which is the cleanest copy I ever had, so this will be going to my collection. Tom and Jerry, which I already have, but I think my copy is also a bit dirtier. A minty fresh Donkey Kong, and that's it. But yeah, for 50 I thought not too shabby. For my wife and son I picked up 2 of these robots. One is a deep sea diver, but he's arranging the lightning right now. That's that little blue stripe you see on there. And this one is a deep sea diver. These were 8 euros a piece. They're not original robots, they're like fake vintage robots. They also specifically said not for kids. So the games were awesome. I mean, I have most of it, but I couldn't resist picking it all up for 2 euros a piece. So N64 games, these were all 2 euros a piece. Pokemon Stadium, Killer Instinct Gold, Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64, Mario Party, which is one I don't have. I'm not sure if... I think I have a... I used to have a boxed copy of this one, but I think I sold it one time. So I might not have Killer Instinct Gold anymore. Bust a Move 3DX, sorry. I don't have this one. Mario Kart 64. I actually don't think I own this one, so it's a pretty sun-faded copy, but... And a nice Pokemon Stadium, which I also think I don't have, so... I have 2 Pokemon Stadium, but this one I'll be keeping. Then let's get on to the Sega stuff. I've never seen so much good Sega stuff at the thrift store. I left some Sonics behind. 2 Sonic 1s, 1 Sonic 2. A Road Rash 2 loose copy. I'm checking my collection right now. Road Rash. I've left like a Mega Games behind. All loose copies. So, but I did pick up Phantasy Star 3 loose because my copy has some label damage. I hope it's better than this one. So it's worse than this. I think it's worse than this one. And then Hellfire. I have a loose copy of this one, but damn, it's such a good game. I mean, I can never pass up a shmup. This I won't be reselling, man. I just keep it. I got 2 copies of Truxton. I got 2 copies of Hellfire now. I have 2 copies of what's the name? Wings of War. I can't help it, man. These are just awesome games. Boxed games. Story of Thor, which I already have, but without the cards. And this one is complete with the cards and the hanging tab. It's just generally a much nicer conditioned copy. Only the label of the cartridge itself, mine is better. Here is like a ding in it. So I'll be just swapping out the label. And for €3, come on, Story of Thor. This one I don't have yet. Ultimate Mortal Kombat! Yeah! Also €3 complete in the box. This one I already had. I was just checking if my box was in a worse state, and this box is much nicer, but my game is much nicer, so there will also be some swapperoos with this one. And another game I did not yet have, Art Rifles. These were all 3 apiece. One Game Gear game I didn't have, World Class Leader Golf, yay! And then some tape games for the ZX Spectrum, Checkered Flag, written differently so as not to be sued by Namco. Octagon Squad, Kane. Now I don't know why I picked this one up because I already have it 3 times. Spectrum Chess. Then one shitty copy of UFO Patrol. I don't know what this game is. It's a bootleg cartridge for the Atari 2600, but I don't know if it's an original game or a bootleg game. And Missile Command, I don't know. Oh, I should have thrown this back. I have it like 2 times. And then some Real Sports Tennis and Real Sports Football. I don't know which one. I mean, probably already have both of them. And I'm never gonna get rid of the... I'm just so excited when I'm there, so I just buy. The loose SNES games were also pretty awesome. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. I don't think I have a Japanese copy of this one, but I don't think I have the PAL version, so pretty sweet. Rockman X2. I nearly fainted. I thought it was the PAL version, but it's the Japanese version, which is okay. I already have this one, so that will be up for trade. And then Power Rangers, also already in my collection. And why do I pick this up? Street Fighter 2. Oh man, I should have just left it for some lucky kids. But I get so excited. I take like all the games and I pay. Last year I picked up a Super Game Boy and like, damn, why did I do that? Why? So yeah, that's actually it for the entire day. One more Spectrum game. Planetoids, also Missile. So the pickups I'm most happy with, of course, is this boxed Burger Time, as you saw. And the boxed NES. And also that 286 that I got. I'm looking forward to restoring it and using it, to play games on it, of course. And I'm also super happy about just a good selection of games. Oh yeah, and this one I'm also pretty excited about. My Toshiba tape player. It's actually in excellent condition. I hope it still works. I just think I'm gonna toss the bag because it's really like yeah, it's deteriorating, and actually it's already sticking on the tape player itself, so I guess I'm gonna drop it. But I really wanted like a tape player like this for a very long time, so pretty happy about that one actually. Sweet. Just need to buy one of those 9-volt block batteries. Yeah. So yeah, that was my my pickups for the Retro Day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope everybody is safe with the coronavirus. Please heed the warnings. Keep your distance between people. No kissing, no touching. Wash your hands regularly. I mean, it's super important that we get out of this crisis. It might not affect us younger, strong people, but if you're like a sickly person or you have an old grandma, they might succumb to it, and it's just not nice, because the last week of your life or the last 2 days of your life you spend in isolation. You don't get to see your family when you're dying. I mean, that's pretty shit, you know. I don't want to wish anybody that. It might seem irresponsible that I went out today, but yeah, I just couldn't resist. I mean, it's in my blood. I just, when it's Retro Day, it's like my Christmas or my Hanukkah or my I don't know, any other holiday that's important for a religion. This is my religion, man. Collecting stuff. I know it seems silly, but it is what it is, and that's me. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe.